We are almost halfway through the month of February. Today we will be discussing sneakers to resell in the remainder of February. If you're not into reselling, that's okay as well. You could use this guide to know what are going to be the most hyped sneakers, the most limited, or even what popular general releases may potentially go on sale because, hey, we're all trying to save some money. Specifically, we will be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether the sneaker will be profitable or not, or if they may even sit on shelves, resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications just to stay 100% updated on all these profitable releases because the rest of February is looking way better than the start of it. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter for any urgent updates and info, KeithAdam10, as well as personals for you. Kicking it off with tomorrow, or today in Europe, you could say, February 15th, we have two drops in Europe only. US will be later for these. This is for the Jordan 1 Low and Mid Canyon Rust. The mids are 120 while the lows are 110. Both pairs should be easy lunch money at least, with a good margin. Now, for US only on the same day, the Air Griffey Max 1 Freshwater will release for $170. Although these don't have the highest demand, current sale volume and bids do look pretty decent. I would expect lunch money on the larger sizes, especially if you have no tax in your state. These definitely seem like sleepers for easy lunch money, nothing too crazy though. Moving on to the 16th, we were supposed to be seeing a lot of dunks release on this day from the delayed US drops. Those will now be releasing on the 18th, which we'll be discussing shortly, but I did want to mention that a few sites, including Snipes US, still have not updated their calendars, so just be prepared in case they do end up dropping on the 16th on Snipes. Moving on to February 17th for $150, the Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort PSG will be releasing. Normally, PSG tend to perform pretty poorly, but in some cases they do quite well, such as the Guavas. These should be one of the cases that perform decent since these are a PSG collab. Also, the fact that retail is only $150 leaves plenty of room for at least lunch money with a decent margin as well. As of now, demand seems to still be holding up really well for these, so I'm definitely looking forward to this drop. Also, on the 17th, for only Europe, the Dunk High Fuchsia will be releasing. We already saw the US sites release, as you guys know by now. Prices are still holding up very well as expected in the $300 and up range. Retail is only $180 for these, and I don't expect prices to change much after this, so definitely expect good profit with a very good margin still. Moving to February 18th though, we have those delayed dunks that I was referring to earlier. Expect these to all be very profitable with a great margin. Specifically, the lows will be better than the highs. Lows are only $100 and the highs are $110. This includes the Dunk Low Coast, Low UNLV, Low Cobalt, and the Vast Gray and Football Gray dunks. It is worth noting that Nike sneakers will not release both highs until the 25th though. As for those of you wondering about the black and white pair for the US, those will not be releasing until March. Also on the 18th, we will be seeing other sites drop the non-Stussy exclusive Stussy Huarache. This is the Desert Oak pair. This pair is still holding up well for easy lunch money with a decent margin. They'll likely drop more in value when the Nike pairs do eventually go into circulation, but I'd still expect at least some lunch money for these, so another drop to look forward to. Then on February 19th for $110, the Dunk Low Medium Curry will be releasing in Europe. US will be on a later date. Expect these to be very profitable with a great margin as well. Also on February 19th, the Valentine's Day Air Max 90 will see the Sneakers US release. Unlike the Air Force Ones, these aren't as good, but if you have no tax in your state, you might be able to make a few dollars off them, nothing too significant. Normally for Air Maxes, larger sizes are better, but for these specifically, it'll be vice versa, or it might even out, since smaller sizes should be the best for these. That's where most of the demand does lie on this specific pair. Also on the 19th, we should be seeing the Overbreak Undercover collab in 4 colorways. Like I said in my last video regarding these, I'm really not sure how I feel about these at the moment. Currently, demand looks really good on the black pair, but that alone isn't really sufficient for me to make a call just yet. I'll have to keep you guys updated on these. Most importantly though, on the 19th, we will finally be getting the Jordan 1 Silver Toe in the US after a delay. As discussed in my How to Cop guide, I expect all sizes to be profitable with a good margin. Bigger sizes will be better since they are a women's Jordan 1. Be sure to check out my How to Cop guide for more in-depth details though. Moving on to February 20th for $190, the Jordan 3 Cool Gray will be dropping. I don't really have great expectations for these unfortunately, but I do think if you do have no tax in your state, you should be able to make some easy lunch money off of these. More importantly, on the 20th, the Kobe 6 All-Star will be dropping. Expect these to be very profitable with a great margin as well. I definitely need that personal pair. Then on February 22nd, 22nd, we should be seeing some more retailers drop the Jordan 1 Zoom Pink Glaze. Many have already dropped, but we should see some more on this date. I don't expect prices to change much at all from here, so expect them to be very profitable with a great margin still. Moving on to February 25th, the Air Force 1 Low Experimental in black now will be releasing for $130. Similar to the pink pair, expect this pair to be easy lunch money with a decent margin. In fact, I think it's pretty likely that these may even outperform the pink pair. Also on the 25th, we will be seeing the Air Force 1 Heavy Nike Day, this time with a rose on it in pink and white. As of now, I don't have good expectations for these, but keep note of these because I may post an update closer to the drop. At most, it would only be potential lunch money. Moving on to February 27th, the Jordan 1 Tope Haze will finally be dropping for $200 after being delayed from January. It's been quite a while. As mentioned in last month's video though, I do have decent expectations for these, especially since the colorway is very reminiscent of the undefeated 4s. I would expect at least easy lunch money on these with a subpar margin, perhaps even more. Also on the 27th for $160 each, we should be getting both the Readymade Blazer mids in black and white. Both should be very profitable with a great margin as well. Like I said, I would update you guys on these, and now I'm feeling very good about these. Now with those drops out of the way, let's discuss some more drops for February that don't still have exact dates. Kicking it off, the Sacai Blazer Lows in orange and green will both be dropping in February for $120 each. Expect both pairs to be very profitable with great margins. Sadly, there is still no date for them just yet. I will have to keep you guys updated. Moving on, the Yeezy 350 Ash Blue and Ash Stone were supposed to be dropping this month for $220 each. I don't have very high expectations for either of them, but you should still be able to make a little bit of lunch money when they do end up releasing on sizes under 8 specifically. If you do have no tax in your state, you may even be able to make a couple of dollars off the larger size, but I'm still skeptical of that. I'll have to keep you guys updated. And finally, for February, we are supposed to be seeing the Black History Month Dunk Low drop for $100. The image you see on the screen right now is only a mock-up, but regardless, whenever they do end up dropping, expect them to be very profitable with a great margin. But anyway, that will conclude it for today. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed or you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also subscribe and enable post notification just to stay 100% updated, and be sure to follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10, and personals for you. This way you're always 100% updated even on the most urgent things. And lastly, feel free to check the links in the description for reliable, fast residential proxies or even pre-verified Nike sneakers accounts. Enjoy the rest of your day and good luck on the rest of these releases.
Can't you find somewhere else to keep it put? Get your foot on my foot.